It takes a lot of effort to talk. Hey, it's Seth. I hope you're having a good day. I came across the subject of today's vlog almost by accident. I've been following Shelby Church's jaw surgery since she mentioned it in late September. She needed to get her underbite corrected. When I was a kid, I had an overbite, and I had to get braces on my teeth as opposed to the braces on my legs that I used to have. So she had surgery in October, and my heart went out to her because it was a big ordeal. And she's had a relatively long recovery where she's had pain in her jaw, and it's hard to eat, and she has a little face dysmorphia because of swelling. That must have been a hard pill to swallow. I mean, she makes her living partially by how she looks. If you look different and it's kind of not the way you would want to present yourself, it can be very hard. I mean, I've had to deal with a lot of those things where your body doesn't work like it's supposed to. But that's my life. I'm used to dealing with Dysarthria, you know, how I can't say the words right and not being able to walk. Stuff like that. But it was hard for me to see her struggle. Last night I was watching her newest vlog entitled Jaw Surgery Week 4. I don't like my new face. She said something that really resonated with me. She was talking about picking up her friends for Friendsgiving, and she mentioned how hard it was to speak, how slowly she had to talk, and that she was okay because her friends wouldn't judge her. The timestamp is between 4:40 to 6:05 in video if you want to check that out. The link to the vlog is below, and I have another timestamp to share with you a little later. I get really tired when I have to talk a lot, and my mind works 5 times faster than my mouth can move. So, I'm often left with a lot of unspoken thoughts. They're not nasty thoughts, they're not I told you so thoughts, they're just unspoken thoughts because I can't speak fast enough to throw them out into the world. It's very rare that a non-disabled person gets to experience what a person with a disability knows all too well. The other timestamp is from 7:06 to 7:35. Some commenters said that she looked like a who, you know, like from How the Grinch Stole Christmas, the way they had a bigger face right here like this Grinch. She looked it well, but it made me angry because the poor woman is in recovery and she's sharing it with us to demystify jaw surgery. You know, it's a real expose. I've never seen something like this before. She had, because she was researching it. But Shelby is doing us a favor because we might have to have surgery where our face swelled up too. Like my rhinoplasty where I had the blood coming out of my nose, that kind of thing. I'm also sad for Shelby because she's a beautiful woman. And it must be hard to live with a face that doesn't represent you in a positive light. I think it's much harder for women than it is for men because I have scars. No one comments on my scars. I got this one when I was 3 years old. It was a fall. I'm going to tell you about it sometime or other. I have This one here, I have multiple scars, and no one says, why is your eyebrow weird? But they would for a woman, and it's not fair. Well, life isn't fair, but it's still not fair. There's this idea that some able-bodied people have, that people with disabilities wish that they could become non-disabled. And I think it's true for some people, but it's mostly not for me, because I was treated very well, and I still am. I wouldn't want to be an able-bodied person. I wouldn't want to be able to dunk on LeBron or be as smart as Einstein, even though Einstein knew what it was like to feel dumb, because he was so smart, he was dumb. He couldn't figure out a day-to-day because he was constantly thinking about things like the theory of relativity, stuff like that I can't even comprehend. I would be guilty because if I were granted my wish to be able-bodied, I would feel guilty because so many people actually have it worse than me. Even some non-disabled people have it worse than me because they don't have the resources to be able to help themselves up. I don't blame them either because the odds are stacked against them. And I'm certainly not better than they are either. As I've said, I'm basically treated well. So the only things I would change would be these factors. Some people think I'm retarded because of the way I talk. Because I have Dysarthria. I'd like that to go away for everyone with a disability. Not only me, because, if I'm called retarded and you're not supposed to see that word, but it happens. And when someone calls me retarded, I just have to think that I have so many good things in my life. Where I went to college, the friends I have, what I can do, my capabilities, and it just melts that comment right away. But when someone who I used to work with, when they get called the same word, it's invariably harder for them to let it go, and I feel really badly for them because it's more like shut up and take it, and then they should not be in that position. It isn't their fault. We're all born a certain way. The second thing is I'd like to be hired for a job because of my skills, but this happens to everyone. I've never gotten a big job where it feels like a win. Number 3, I've almost never gotten a yes when I've asked someone out on a date, and I've almost never gotten subsequent dates after the initial date. And that's basically it. It isn't a long list. I hope Shelby gets better soon because she's had a longer recovery than most people. I don't know her, but she seems to be a very good person. You can tell because of the way she treats her animals and her sister's animals. Only a good person would treat the animals that way, where they treat them as human. They talk to them like I talk to my cat. How you doing? How you having a good day? Come over here and get something to eat. That thing is why I know she's a good person. I'm just glad that she had the wherewithal to be able to express what I and many other people who have disabilities feel on a regular basis. Kudos to you, Shelby. If you're enjoying this content, please like, comment, and subscribe. Have a great day.